And welcome back to Nancy's Neighborhood. And didn't we have fun talking about quilts and the quilt show? And I really want y'all to go out there. It's very simple to find. You just got on Harrison Pike and head out away from downtown. And you can't miss it because they're going to have signs up. And it's $5. It's a great cause. And good food, really good food. I'm going out there and get me some beans and cornbread. But here I have with me Andrew Hunt now, who comes on once a month. And we had a little snafu. He should have been on last week, but we had a little snafu because everybody at the station but me took a vacation. And so I've got Andrew on now, and we're going to talk about the library. And there's some exciting things happening at the library and some changes that are happening right now at the library that you all need to take note of and be aware of. So welcome, Andrew.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back.
I'm always glad to see you.
Well, thank you. Let me let you know one of the very important things, and some of it, if you're viewing live, it begins today. This is Wednesday.
9/11.
Wednesday at 5 p.m., the library will be closing. And we're closing through Monday the 16th. I believe that's the date. Monday, what is happening during that time? We're migrating away. We've been on a system called Autographics, is the company name, Verso is the product. That's where our card catalog, that's where all the library people check out their materials or put things on reserve, or all the transactions, overdues, fines, and fees. It's all through the system.
All your inventory's in there.
All our inventory,
Whoa.
193,000 buildings,
wow.
bibliographic records, items, everything.
Okay.
They're in there. And what the process of migrating, we're migrating to a new system. It's called BookSys, is the company name, and Atrium is the product.
Okay.
So we're in the process beginning. We've sent some of our data off. Like we've sent all of the bibliographic, all of the titles, and all of the the individual copies of the different formats of material we have, DVDs, CDs,
wow.
CD books, books to autograph or verse, whatever the name of the company, book system. And what they're doing, they're getting them all laid out. They have to be in different locations, so there's a lot of setup that takes place. So then, like I've also set all the patrons. We have about 90,000 patrons. And so
wow.
all those have to be transferred. And at this point, I've sent a list of updates of those patrons last Friday. And so they have a pretty complete list. Unless they've got new cards within the last week, we're going to have to do something to catch those people up when the new system comes. But what I've got to do, like at 5 o'clock, because they're waiting on other data, they're waiting on all the checkout information related
right.
to people's information, patrons' accounts, as well as fines, fees, all those types of information have to be transferred. So when the library closes at 5 o'clock, I'm starting to run reports that these are too big of files to send like over an email. I have to drop them, FTP them. There's a means I can send large files.
Okay, and I don't
These
understand.
These are large files. So.
And you can do this in 5 days?
They've done a big portion of our material part.
Okay.
But the also important part, and it has to be right, you don't want to end up transferring all the patron and all the checkouts and check-ins and not if they're inaccurate.
Yes.
So we want to make sure the system has integrity. One of the things we've suffered we've had difficulties over the last 6 months, 7, 8 months. Since January, it's been difficult on our current system, and I don't know if it's because partially we're a larger library system, and as the database has grown, it's bogged down the system. We've experienced unusual problems, and it was just at this point, they had served us well, but it's time for a new system.
Yes.
So, and I think there's a lot of neat features on this, which I believe the patrons will enjoy. A lot of times now for the e-materials, particularly the Reads e-materials.
Yes.
You have to go to the Libby app to download or check out, or you can actually, when you do a search, it'll also bring up these e-materials very easily, and you can check it out from Atrium. From the
new program.
From the new program.
Okay.
And it'll save it for you. So that's one nice feature of this. It's automatically entwined in there. It will be entwined.
And you told me that they can still go to the website once this is up and running. They can still go to the website.
They can go to the website.
But then there's also going to be
not
immediately. There'll be an app.
Yes, and it's called Librista, Librista, and just because I'm not sure totally yet, it may be available as soon as Tuesday comes.
Right.
But we'll pass that word on to Nancy and through other means
Well,
to let
we'll
people
get it-
know.
right.
But it'll be a nice, convenient way, as well as there's a website that will be associated through the internet that that you can access. It's not as viewable right now with a mobile device. That's why I said the app might be a better feature currently. You can do other things with that app.
Right.
So, but they're going to be redesigning the internet face. of it,
Okay.
too. So, and we may not have everything lined up with our web page with the catalog, but it will be usable.
Okay.
You'll see changes. There will be a lot of information related to, we've had enhanced content, which means like the book jackets and some basic information about a lot of the books.
Okay.
And that has been seen in our current system. What's going to be sort of a new is that you will be able to see series, like the different series lists of the author when you go in. So that's a nice feature that we're continuing to enhance content, but going a little step further with the content.
And I think that's great because I found a new author, Margaret Schenck told me about her, Annalise Ryan,
Right.
and I've loved it. But I Googled to get them in order because I wanted to read them in order. So I'll be able to do that
You'll be
with
able to do it in the
okay
new system.
That's great.
And I'm excited about a lot of the things you'll be able to do with the system. Right now, my mind can't think of it.
I
but,
can
mean,
imagine.
there's
All right, so you're going to be down Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
And what's happening that doesn't mean we're not there working. I mean,
Right.
let me tell you, like tomorrow and Friday, a trainer is coming from the company to train us how to use it.
Right.
We've got to know how to use it
Absolutely.
before we open up the doors. And then, in the meantime, I know people will try to return materials. We can't check in or check out during these next 5 days. So we're going to be setting books in different places until we can start utilizing and checking in on the new system.
And if they don't bring the book, if the book is due back Friday and they don't bring it back until Tuesday, they won't be penalized, will they?
They will not be penalized.
Okay.
In our current system, and it will be likewise, I'll make sure that those days that were closed are closed, which means they shouldn't get any fines for those days.
Right. Gotcha.
Fines will be suspended during those 5 days.
Okay. All right. And so that everybody
If
just
you've
needs
had a fine prior to that day, it's still there.
There you go.
It just won't accumulate farther.
Gotcha. Okay, so even though you're going to be closed Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday,
Correct.
then you're opening back up Tuesday.
If all goes well.
If all goes well. Oh.
And I'm praying, I've been through about 3, 4, 5 computer migrations since I've been here 25 years.
Yes. Yes.
I've never had one go really, we've had to do, there's always cleanup with the system, but I want to make sure the accounts are accurate.
Yes.
We're going to be having, the other system will be available that we can be able to go back and
kind of
compare
double
it
check.
to and double check.
Yeah.
So, but that will also be some of the things we'll be doing. We'll having people go into different accounts, say, is this correct?
Gotcha. Yeah.
So there will be a lot of checking before we go live opening the doors.
I understand. But now Tuesday morning, you will open again with the regular schedule,
Correct.
which will be kind of what? Where are we
9
doing?
a.m.
Okay, 9 a.m.
9 to 9 p.m. So
Okay, 9 to 9. 9 to 9. Oh, my gosh.
Our normal activities are also suspended.
Right.
There are no meetings at the library. There's nothing except related to what we're doing with this transitions.
And I understand that because anytime that you're working computer things, you don't need anybody interrupting you.
Right.
You need just a constant train of thought about that process. So then Tuesday morning.
And we're also, another thing I just thought
Okay.
about, accelerated reader, like the reading level of the accelerated reader.
Yes.
I think that's a new feature that we're paying for, and a little extra that
Oh,
we'll be
wow.
able to have, like our
Okay.
children's books will have a level.
Okay, and
that
that's
be able
great.
to tell them, like, Lexile score reading level too
Right.
will be also in there to easily seen. So
That
there's some
sounds
neat
great.
features that I believe patrons will really like.
And that sounds
And
good.
Easier.
Well,
and
we hope
better.
they do after you go through all of
Oh,
this
yeah.
headache and everything.
That-
So Tuesday morning, we're going to open at 9 o'clock
absolutely.
with,
Well, I think what normally happens on Tuesdays, we begin with preschool story time. It's one
Yes.
of the first things that take place. And that's again for 3 to 5 year olds. It begins at 10:30 to around 11:30. You know, they begin with a lot of music, movement, stories, and then they have crafts at the end usually. There are also, you know, we have a licensed Zumba instructor.
I know, and I keep saying I'm going to get there to do that, but
Well, Patty says she's coming too.
okay.
So
Well, all right, Patty, and
on
I'll try to
Friday,
get that. I'll try to
this
get
may
with
put
me.
pressure on her to come.
That is true.
So,
Okay.
but they meet 3 times a week at the library on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and they meet in our community room, and they, you know, a lot of different, you know, levels of people that can do it or can, you know, you don't have to force yourself to do fully. If you get tired, you can sit down and do some of the things.
Can you come watch the first time and see what?
Probably.
Okay.
Would
All
say
right.
sure. But it begins like at 8 o'clock, and that again happens Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And it's free to the public. We do that as part of a, you know, one of the things we try to do is, you know, we have materials related to health and fitness.
Yes.
This is one actual a thing that is directly a healthy living
Right.
thing. So anyway, that's something that's happening Tuesday. Lego Club happens that same Tuesday on Tuesday. So there's a lot happening on Tuesday.
Right.
Tuesday, September 17th, there's the Lego Club Junior, and that's for ages 4 to 7, and it's between 4:30 and 5:30 p.m.
After school.
in the community room. Yes, and I think also, yes, on Tuesday, we have the teens have a program. Again,
Aha.
let me say, if you have a teen that you want to get involved with things, the library is a good place and safe, you know, pretty safe place for you to come to get them involved.
Yes. Now let me break in right here a minute and
Yes.
say there was a great article about Andrew in the Banner, and the thing I loved, the thing that stuck to my mind was he was not a reader and did not like to read until his mother brought a certain book home from the library that he fell in love with, and now he reads. So to me, this is a great thing for, and I've told you, young men, like boys, don't really like to read unless it's a graphic novel or something like that. I mean, a graphic, you know, the comic books. And so I think that this is a great time to get young
Absolutely.
boys involved in reading.
Absolutely. There's something. And if you have people that are struggling, I can't find anything I want to read, talk to we have a teen librarian.
Yes, you
who
do.
is well-versed in
Yes.
teen materials and children's, you know, there's still a lot of great materials even for teens in the, what we call children's room.
Right,
You know, there's
right.
still a lot of great books. that,
Right.
hey, if I want a quick read, that's what, you know, sometimes
Yes,
go ahead to there.
absolutely.
So, but what they're having on Tuesday, they do a bi-weekly movie viewing. It's called, their activity is called Teen Film Society. So it's a bi-weekly viewing at 4:30 p.m. for ages teens 13 to 17. This week they will be watching everything. It's a PG-13. Join us. It says it's for a meme, M-E-M-E, movie on the first Tuesday, and an award-winning movie on the third Tuesday, all shown in the Teen Zone. So that's going to be up in. They have their own room,
Right.
own collection. They have their own computers. They have their own studying space. You know, so,
Which is great.
So it's up there in that area. Recommended for movies. Recommendations for movies will be taken at each month's Teen Advisory Group. And you can email, if you want more information, teenzone@clevelandlibrary.org.
Okay, each area has their own little, how neat, okay.
So, Teen Advisory Group is a group that teens can be involved with. If they
And I
want
think
to help
that's good.
plan. So they do that on the first Monday, I think, of the month.
But they won't do it this Monday.
Won't do it this Monday.
No.
I know we may be running out of time.
We
which
are, I know, but I wanted everybody to know why you were going to be closed Thursday,
Yes.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, because that's so important. And if people that don't necessarily deal with computers don't realize what it is to migrate something over to, hello, I mean, it's very difficult. 193,000.
item records alone. That's just part of it. So.
Andrew, that is just,
And,
that's phenomenal.
You know, that all had to be set up in locations, you know, and we have probably about 70, 80 locations. I had to go through big 200 lines of matrix for one part of just one setup part of this. So, I mean, there's a lot of setup to this that has to be done on the front end to make sure it's done right, and then during the process.
That's right.
So.
And then train the people
and then
so
train the
that you
people.
can use
So-
this. So Yes, we have run out of time. My new producer, Lauren, has just told me that. But Andrew, thank you, because I want you to come back on. Let's see, this is September. You'll come back on the first Wednesday in October, and
Yes.
we will. And I'll look and see if you're sane, and you've lived through the migration, and everything's back to normal.
Okay.
Because I really don't envy you the next 5 days, and I just hope that 9 o'clock Tuesday morning when you open those doors, y'all are ready to go.
I'll be good.
I'm hoping so. Thank you so much for being on with me, Andrew. Folks, don't go away. I'll be back with a few news items, updates, dates, and events that are coming up that you need to go to. So watch our commercials, support our sponsors, because they pay our bills, and I'll be right back.